Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. 3 fun ones. First, a judge doubles down and it does not end well. Then, we're seeing double with twins in trouble. And finally, double jeopardy, conflict of interest, case dismissed. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Double hearing, you're going to speak full man for the judge.
Steven Sandoval.
All right, Mr. Sandoval, do you have a middle name?
Yes, Alicio.
Okay, thank you. Are you still on Evergreen Street?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have an email address?
Yes.
Can I get that? All right, sir. And then your phone number ends in 0902?
Yes.
Okay. The state is alleging one charge of a DUI violation against you. On that charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you an arraignment on the 16th of October at 9 o'clock in the morning. The arraignment is where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that charge. Depending on how you plead is what happens next with the court proceedings. The charge does have some jail time that's attached to it on a minimum basis that qualifies you for a right to a court-appointed attorney if you choose to want to do that. Is that something that you're interested in to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney?
What do you mean jail time?
So on an allegation of a DUI, it has a minimum penalty of 8 hours of consecutive jail time. So being that it has some jail time in the sentencing portion of it, that means that you lose a loss of liberty. You get confined if you're found guilty or you plead guilty or plead no contest. Being that there's the potential for your loss of liberty, that qualifies you for a possible court-appointed attorney as long as you financially qualify for one. Would you like me to send a financial questionnaire to you to fill out to see if you want an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, I'll send that to you with the paperwork that I send over, okay? All right, so the date on October 16th to give a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you decide you do want the court-appointed attorney and you do qualify for it, I'll automatically enter your not guilty plea for you so the attorney can do some work for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if you change your address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. I'm placing a $1,000 bond hold on you so you remain in custody until the next court.
Mr. Custody? Why am I going to remain in custody, Your Honor? I have to go to work tomorrow.
You're remaining in custody because you have several failure to appears on other appearances.
Your Honor, I've been going to court. And I've been going to court, and I've been showing to court, Your Honor. I cannot be in custody, Your Honor. I have to go to work. I missed work today. I need to go to work, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's why I put the court date as soon as I possibly could on the 16th.
I'm going to lose my job.
Okay.
I need to go to work, Your Honor, please. I'm begging you, please. I've been showing up to court, and if you've seen on previous times, I've been showing up. I have no failure to appear, no recent failure to appear.
Okay, let me look at that. If I have anything within the last 6 months, then if I don't, then I'll reconsider that. Let me take a look. The last failure to appear I have here is in April of 2024. The bond remains in place. That'll be all. Thank you.
Your Honor, come on! Come on!
What would you like to email it to?
It don't matter to me. You let me know where to.
You can send it to me, sir.
Okay, and then I got one more to do in Globe, and then I'll send it shortly, okay?
You got it. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Bye now.
No, I only know there's probable cause for reckless conduct.
Come on.
He came into my door in my house. He didn't knock on the door or none of that.
Mr. Robertson, you need to vacate the seat.
I think we need to go.
Which one is Broderick? Yeah. Come on.
This is Broderick Wimby. Are you Mr. Wimby?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Wimby has 2 separate cases. The first one is 24 CR 6940H. And the second one is 24 CR 6941H, which with regards to 6940H, Mr. Wimby is accused of the following offenses: motorized cart violation, expired or no license plate or decal, and driving without a valid license from October 7th, 2024. With regards to the case ending in 6941H, he's got the same offenses: motorized cart violation, driving without a valid license, and expired or no license plate. Are these different?
Your Honor,
Twins,
this
Your
might,
Honor.
Your Honor, there's a Broderick and a Roderick. They're twins, I think.
Oh, is that what it
They
is?
are twins, Your Honor. Broderick
Okay.
and Roderick.
I've
Will
got
be.
Broderick and Miss McLeod has Roderick. I
Roderick.
hope. Okay.
I thought I had Roderick, but then I was sent the information for Broderick with the B, but I believe I spoke to Roderick with the R.
You did. It should have been Broderick, but I don't think the conflict is such. I talked to Broderick. I don't think we've got a huge
I
conflict.
spoke to Roderick.
I didn't
Okay.
catch the B and the R difference, so I do apologize. Where are the
They're
two
twins.
brothers, the two famous brothers?
Yeah. They're twins. Who's in the chair?
Who is Broderick? Who is Broderick?
It's me.
All right, and Roderick?
Yeah, it's me.
All right, you two, and Miss McLeod. Whoever's got the prettiest smile, that's the one you can take.
Oh,
Oh, look at them. Okay. Who's your client, Miss McLeod?
I believe it's Roderick, Your Honor. I
Right.
spoke to Roderick.
Okay, Roderick is got case number 6941H, and Broderick has got 6940H, and both of them are accused of no license plate or decal, no valid license, and a motorized cart violation. You've both been advised of your right to remain silent, and Mr. Howard, let's start with Broderick, case ending in 6940H. Any priors?
2022 was a fugitive arrest. 2020 simple battery. 2020 battery DV disorderly conduct first offender. 2015 disorderly conduct NOLO. Roderick, 2023 probation. Got an open cruelty in the first in Superior Court. 2020 disorderly conduct battery conviction, and a 2015 trespass NOLO. That's it.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson, we can start with Broderick, please. Mr. Cook's client.
Your Honor, this incident took place at the intersection of Harwell Road, Northwest Atlanta, and Skipper Drive. Officer Smith observed a male driving an orange golf cart, followed by another male on a blue golf cart, traveling eastbound on Skipper Drive from Harwell Road. He identified one of the males as Broderick Wimby and conducted a traffic stop for operating his golf cart on the city streets, as well as driving without a driver's license. Mr. Wimby had been warned on several occasions by Officer Smith and others to refrain from driving his golf cart on the street, and he was taken into custody and the golf cart was impounded. Your Honor, the state be asking for $500 on each count, $1,500 good bond, and no driving without a valid license.
All right. And what about Roderick?
Same incident, the intersection of Harwell Road, Northwest and Skipper. The officer observed them driving down the road with a golf cart. He did a traffic stop on them and determined that Roderick Wimby was one of the gentlemen that was stopped. He had been warned several times in the past by that officer and others not to drive off the cart on the street. And he did so again. He was taken into custody and they impounded the golf cart. We're asking for $1,500 good bond on him as well at $500 per count. And no driving.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just said no driving with a valid license.
And did y'all NOD the brakes violation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Ladies first, Ms. McLeod, on your client, Mr. Roderick.
Yes, Your Honor. My client explains to me that he and his brother, they work at a property nearby where the golf carts are used. So they were just moving around the property. I imagine it's like some kind of complex, I gather, and they move around this property via golf cart, and they were working when this whole incident happened. He doesn't tell me about any previous situations with these police officers. I would ask the court to consider giving my client a signature bond through the jail for this offense. I do have a good address for him, Your Honor. He tells me he and his brother are very close. They work together at this particular location, and they also are in the process of, they just started actually their own security company together.
Okay. Mr. Cook, do you have anything on your client?
Ms. McLeod's echoes what I've been told. The same thing. They are working, and the golf cart is part of that. So we would be seeking a signature bond as well.
Okay. On the motorized cart violation, that's going to be $1,000 signature bond through the jail. This is on both cases. On the expired or no license plate, that's going to be a $500 signature bond through the jail. And driving without a valid license is going to be $1,000 surety. So that's going to be a $2,500 split bond. No driving, anything, I don't care, even if you use a bicycle. You must have a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration for any vehicle that you operate, even if it's a golf cart. And if that is part of your employment, make sure your employer provides you with the proper credentials to operate any of these motorized vehicles on city roads. Thank you. Next court date's October 22nd for both cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a question. So, the other amount, I think it's what 1,000 surety bond. Can you tell me what does that mean?
That means you go through a bonding company and they'll charge you 10 to 15% of $1,000 to bond out, or you pay $1,000 out of your own pocket.
And then as far as the other two, that's our signature bonds, correct?
Bond to the jail, correct. But you need to comply with the conditions. If you get arrested again, those bonds get revoked.
Okay, so once I pay the 1,000, the 10%, then that's on what we release.
That's right.
Okay.
Do not drive anymore until you have a valid driver's license.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Next court date for both cases is October 22nd. All right. Thank you.
Well,
Good afternoon. May I have your name, please?
Michael,
Your last name?
Carl.
Good afternoon. So, Mr. Carl, we're on the record in case number 24-2453SM. You're appearing for arraignment purposes, both in the underlying case as well as arraignment on a bench warrant for a failure to appear. You're appearing with Ms. Mistally, the defense attorney available through the Indigent Defense Counsel here to assist you. Ms. Mistally, did you have opportunity to review the allegations in the underlying complaint, nature of the offense, the possible maximum penalties, as well as the issues with regard to the failure to appear with Mr. Carl?
I did. And with regard to
I think I figured out what was going on, though. Like, they dismissed this case back in May.
okay.
That's what happened. I just remembered what you was talking about when it happened in May. They dismissed this case because it never even went to court.
Mr. Carl, could I have another brief breakout, please?
Yes.
Thank you. So I'll waive a formal reading of the complaint and her pleas of not guilty and request the assignment of counsel. With regard to the alleged failure to appear, Mr. Carter tells me that his mailing address is 222 Cass Street, that he is there very regularly, and that he was never provided any mail from the court in relation to this case. So he couldn't appear because he was unaware of the July and August arraignment dates.
And I'm sorry, Mr. Lee, did you indicate that Mr. Carl is going to request a court-appointed attorney, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. So Mr. Carl, in order to complete a petition for court-appointed attorney, I need to place you under oath and ask you some questions. Would you please raise your right hand? And you swear that the information you're about to give me will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, and you're welcome to lower your hand. Mr. Carl, what is your phone number?
I currently don't have a phone number again. I had 231. It's changed. It was 231.
But I don't need the number if it's not working, because this is information that would go to your attorney. It's not working, right?
I don't have a number once again, though. No, I can go to their office, wherever their office is, or meet them at the church or wherever they want to meet me every time, though. I just need to know when the date is. I can go wherever they need me to go.
Well, and your address is 222 Cass?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently working?
No, not right now, no.
Are you staying at the Pines?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you receive any sort of assistance or income?
No.
Do you own a vehicle?
No.
Do you have any money in a checking account or a savings account, any cash on hand or any digital currency?
No.
So we'll appoint an attorney for you. Ms. Bissely, is there any other reason that Mr. Carl is currently incarcerated?
No, he tells me that he was brought in, I believe it was last night, because he did not have a light on his bicycle, according to the officer, and then they brought him to jail because they discovered the bench warrant. But I did have one thing. Did you ask about an email address?
No.
I may not have. Mr. Carl, do you have an email address?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I'm just kind of a person that don't want to exist in the electronic world.
Okay. The court's concern in this case is the mail went to 222 Cass. So that you didn't get the mail, I believe that you did not. That's what you told Ms. Mistely, but the court did mail the information to that address. That's the only communication device that the court has right now, or that your attorney would have in order to get a hold of you. You have a known history of failing to appear. You have a known history of failure to comply with terms and conditions. This case needs to get going and to keep going. For right now, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $5,000, 10% bond. Conditions on the bond are that you may have no threatening, intimidating, harassing, or violent behavior towards any person. You'll be respectful of all court employees and care providers during the course of your case. You'll have no contact with any person related to or employed by Elmer's. You may not return to 142 East State Street in Traverse City.
What's on State Street?
The
I don't even know.
allegations in this complaint.
What is that?
It's the, okay, but it's the place, so you just know you can't go to East State Street then. How about that?
I can't go anywhere on State Street.
Specifically 142 East State Street. You may not return to that address.
I don't even know where that is or what it is. What is 142 State Street. I have no idea.
It's the place that it's alleged that the offense occurred.
Well, the offense occurred at the church where my mail is supposed to be delivered. That where they arrested me when they come and tackled me and said I was resisting arrest. When
Okay,
they
so
come
for
and ask.
right now, Mr. Carney, you'll hear from your court-appointed attorney by the 1st of next week.
Can
Your
we
bond has been
rediscuss
set.
something, ma'am? Ma'am, can we rediscuss the $5,000 bond? I have no money, so there's no reason to even put a bond on it. And if we could just get a court date today, I could appear at any court date if you give me a PR bond, like it should be. Like once again double jeopardy because this case was dismissed. This is double jeopardy, and the adjudication should be withheld on it. I mean, we just discussed that. She's doing her lawyer talk again, and she ain't even supposed to. Look, I've actually had a thing where she ain't supposed to even talk to me because I've dismissed her as my attorney before.
Okay, so Mr. Carl,
this is all conflict of interest. This whole thing right here you got going on. This whole thing
you'll
is
hear
all
from your
conflict of interest.
court-appointed attorney by the 1st of next week.
This is conflict of interest. I don't want no court-appointed attorney no more. I want to be my own attorney. And you're keeping me off my medication, so I can't be my own attorney. Adjudication withheld.
Sorry, I had enough of that.
Thank you.